Hello everyone, it's David again, and welcome to part 2 of my playthrough of Crash Team Racing. And this part I'm going to show you around the adventure, even though I did a tour of this of Insanity Beach in the last video. But I'm going to show you around in case you're wondering what these colors mean, like on the track rings. Like you saw, that one was purple and that one's red. Crash Cove is red. The bonus round Skull Rock is purple. And Roost Tubes is green. But anyway, those colors mean a certain item called the CTR token, which we'll cover after we get all the 16 trophies, and we'll get all the trophies, and then we'll take care of the. I'm gonna take care of all these videos by section. Like this section is Insanity Beach trophies and the Insanity Beach boss, and then I'll just do it map by map, section by section, just to keep my vids organized. But just a little bit about this game. This is one of the other games I grew up with. So this is one of my favorite games. So let's get this underway. Now the first track we'll be doing is Crash Cove. This is actually Crash Bandicoot's track. And whenever it has like a track with a specific certain character name, like Crash Cove for instance, if I was in Crash Bandicoot, Crash would be in first place. Like, say if I was a Cortex, Crash would be up there in the top left position first, but since I'm Crash, it doesn't do that, which pretty much sucks. So, as you can see, it's a pretty basic track. Pretty much what it does whenever you start off something, it just gets pretty basic. Now, I apologize for going out way too fast in front of these guys. I mean, I'm an experienced racing player. I mean, I grew up playing the racing games and I got really experienced with them. I just thought I'd go and just get this playthrough, and just however, if I were to do, like, say maybe the CTR token races, I might stay with the other racers, because if I were to stay with the other races, they'll do like little sayings and other stuff. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get through this I'm just gonna go and get through this part just to so I can get to the other parts, like the CTR token parts and the relic parts. Basically, kind of like time trials, but I will do the time trial in separate videos. However, I won't do a time trial of. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a time trial of myself, but I'll explain the time trials in a later video. Well, we just got done with the first race. Like I said, very basic, pretty straightforward track. And I'm just showing the replay and what they do whenever you finish a race. Like the computer will do like will drive a certain line. I mean, I like that. He's like using those potion bottles as like flags or gates. I kind of like that. But anyway, the replay AI will drive a certain line, and it'll keep driving like that throughout the entire time after you complete a race. I was just showing you around and showing what the winning music is like, but if I'm not, like I said during my Ace Combat 2 playthrough, I will post some of the BGMs on here. I haven't posted all the songs from Ace Combat 2 on here yet, but I haven't posted every single song, but I'll get to that sometime later. Since it's 12:40 here, I feel kind of lazy, so I just want to get this commentary, and I just got done finishing with the next part, but I don't want to spoil everything, so I'll explain the next part later. So here's the winner's circle. We got Crash in his signature dance that we all know. He actually starts doing that dance in the second game, like whenever you collect the gem.
You win a trophy.
And here's another interlude from Aku Aku.
The more Wampa fruit you collect, the faster your card will go. If you collect and hold 10 Wampa fruit, you'll be juiced up, and your power-up will become more potent.
Yeah, what that means is if you collect 10 Wampa fruit, you'll go a bit faster, and your power-ups will be upgraded. Now we go into the second track, Ruse Tubes. Now what the upgraded weapons do, like for instance, take it like the regular potion bottle, like it'll start out as green, but if you upgrade it, it'll be red. And I'll put the annotations for an example right here. Alright, so now we're in the Ruse Tubes track, and as you can tell, that was a picture of Ripperoo, and just by looking at it, you can tell by this that this is Ripperoo's track, and he just happens to be the boss of Insanity Beach. And of course, we all should know him from the Crash Bandicoot 2 playthrough. And since he does that weird way of talking, he actually shows subtitles of what he says. And every time you face a race against a boss, before and after, they'll do a little speech. But I've seen someone, like, see right there, have you seen that potion change from green to red? That means I have 10 Wampa fruit, and like I said, I've put that annotation to see what they do. Where was I? Oh yes, I've actually seen someone's video on here that actually shows Ripperoo actually speaking actual English instead of that crazy talk. I have no idea how he found that, really. And I thought, I was like, that was kind of a expected voice just by how crazy he acts. But yeah, he's a classic boss. That's what the bosses in this game are. Classic bosses from a classic game. Except the final boss, which we all know is Nitrous Oxide, who is a new character. So we're back here at the Winner's Circle. And we got Polar napping, and Dingledow's just looking at his flamethrower, while Crash is just dancing away.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Now we have 2 trophies and yet another interlude from Aku Aku.
When you get a TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately. If you react fast and hop enough times, the TNT crate will fall off your head before it explodes.
Alright, if I were to run into a TNT crate, if I just kept going, without hopping too many times, it will just stay on there. But if I keep hopping enough times, I believe it's 5 times, it'll hop backwards and it won't blow me up. I might show you that in a later video. Okay, so now we're on the 3rd track, Mystery Caves. This track is actually a little bit tougher than the first 2. Like, it'll actually have like traps or something that'll just try to mess you up. I think this track I still really completely remember from the entire time I played this game. I mean, it just kind of reminds me. This track kind of reminds you of Bowser's Castle from Mario Kart. I mean, people consider this game as a Mario Kart ripoff. I mean, I kind of do. Sometimes, but I mean, I wouldn't consider it a rip-off. I mean, it's a really, really great racing game. I mean, they're just, I mean, I just like it. I mean, considering I'm a big Crash fan. I've been a big fan of Crash Bandicoot ever since I was a kid. I mean, I grew up playing all the Crash games. I've played almost all the Crash games. I've played the good ones, actually. I haven't played some of the other ones, and just by looking at some of them, they seem really kind of crappy. I mean, I played Crash of the Titans and Mind Over Mutant, which are the latest games. I mean, I've got them for the Xbox 360, and both of them I got for Christmas. I think I got Mind Over Mutant for Christmas of 2009, I believe, and Crash of the Titans 2008. And whenever I first played those two, they're actually alright, but they're just trying to focus on the humor stuff instead of the actual gameplay. So Crash games nowadays are just not really that fun in gameplay, but they're just trying to put like comedy stuff in it. I mean, I do like them. I do like it whenever they put the comedy stuff in. They're actually pretty funny, but I just don't like how they just got rid of the idea of just going to level to level to level and just getting crystals and gems and relics and all that good stuff. But now they just made you go through an adventure game, a platforming adventure game, just collecting mojo and all that stuff. I think that just ruined the gameplay with that kind of transition, since Naughty Dog quit making them now. So we just finished Mystery Caves, and now we see what we got here. We got Tiny bitching, saying is like, "Oh, I'm number 2." And Engine just
Congratulations.
Engine is
A trophy.
overriding his missile.
You can get a hang time turbo from jumping. The longer you're in the air, the bigger the turbo you'll get when you land. For big turbos, try to get extra air time by hopping off jumps using the R1 button.
Now, Akalaku will have these interludes after races for the first 7 races. And what that means is the longer that you're in the air from a jump, the bigger the boost you'll get. Now we're in the 4th and final track of Sanity Beach, the Sewer Speedway. And this is actually one of my favorite tracks during this entire game, because there's this extremely very good shortcut that I use, and it'll come up in a little bit, but I felt kind of ashamed when I got back into this, because I epically failed on this shortcut. Like, I'm not sure if you can really see it very well, but here's this little hole up here, and that's basically a shortcut. I would have shown you all the way at the end of the tunnel, but if I went to the end of the tunnel, it wouldn't be that much very quick, if you know what I'm saying. Because if I just took the short way off by going up the bridge, I actually saved more time. So, but don't worry, I'll be going through the end of that tunnel on a time trial, or when I get the relic. Well, anyway, it's just a very kick-ass shortcut. Now, what I meant by the fail is that on the next lap I failed getting up here, because you pretty much have to time the jump in order to make it in the tunnel. But if you jump too early, you'll be a little bit short in entering the tunnel, and you'll end up hitting the wall. That was kind of a fail. And I like this part right here, because you could get like serious speed going off these walls. And I mean serious speed. Now, prepare for the epic fail here in a little bit. Epic fail in 3, 2, 1. See what I mean? So yeah, you basically have to time the jump in order to get in the tunnel. And I didn't want to fail even more by getting squished by that barrel. Or that one. But yeah, I just really like riding along these walls just to get that killer speed. And we are done with the trophy races for Sanity Beach. Now we're at the winner's circle. Now we got Polar sleeping again, and Coco tinkering on her excuse me, tinkering on her laptop. Crash doing his usual dance, and we get a brief message from Ripperoo. The reason why he said whoa was because there is actually a wall at the end of that garage. Now, I'll probably send the link, put the link of the video where Ripperoo speaks English in the description or on an annotation like right here. But for now, I'm gonna go let's go whip Ripperoo's ass. Or, not just his ass, but his crazy ass. Yeah, that's more like it. Now, boss races are a bit, I'd say a bit tougher than just a normal race, because what these guys will do, these bosses, after they run into a question mark block, or a question mark crate, I should say, they'll use a certain power-up, and they'll use that throughout the entire race. Ripperoo's power-up that he uses is are TNTs, and each boss will use a different weapon, but you'll see in the later videos. But the TNTs don't just go out the back of the car like whenever I deploy a TNT or a potion. Like whenever I deploy the potion, it just goes out the back of the car. But the TNTs that he will send out, they'll actually like fly out of the back. And then they'll explode when they hit the ground. So you might want to try to stay out of the radius of the TNT. If you're behind him, that is. But unfortunately, I'm not. I'm way out ahead of him. And that's actually considered a shortcut since I'm taking the short way around, and an easy win over the first boss. So, like I said, the bosses aren't really that hard whenever you get used to them. I mean, I remember as a kid I used to have trouble with these bosses. I mean, I didn't know that much shortcuts that well. I didn't know how to keep the boosts in check, or keep the boost in a combo. And we're at the winner's circle, and there's Ripperoo just like drooling in defeat. And we got our first boss key. Why, thank you, Ripperoo. Who'd have thought you'd been so nice? And full of honor. And there, we have unlocked the gate to the next map. But for now...
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here you will find 4 more tracks to race. Good luck.
But for now, let's just go ahead and save. I decided to, like I said, I was going to do each part video by video, just so you guys won't have to keep browsing track for track or for section for section. So, yeah, the next part we will tackle the next map of races. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this part. Take it easy.